Hey world, it's Bean when to come back to another video. Family, I'm gonna be honest with you. I normally don't entertain entertainers, you dig? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, DMX, man, that was my dude. I love DMX. He was a poet. He was conscious. And I think his struggle, throughout his, career was one of trying to accept who he was, right? And accept the world that we live in. Because if you listen to any of DMX's lyrics or read his poetry, the cat was on a whole different level of consciousness. And he had 15 kids. And one thing that always kind of resonated with me, and it still resonates with me, is when we understand our brilliance in reference to, our biblical consciousness. DMX was biblically conscious. He had a lot of kids because his mindset was to, if you look at Genesis chapter 1, it talks about how the Most High and the Most Highest created us in their image, in their likeness. And with that being said, we were supposed to multiply and make the world fruitful. Today, people don't even have babies no more. You dig? And my heart goes out to DMX because he have 15 youngins. And they should be very, very proud of their father for bringing them and help bringing them into this existence. Because remember, there's no such thing as death. DMX just transitioned. Would he come back to this existence? Being conscious like he was conscious? Maybe. And maybe he just go ahead and create his own heaven. Because that's what we can do. Just like we can create our own reality now. But I think what happened with DMX, and this is just my own personal analysis, his consciousness didn't line up with the entertainment industry. Okay. You know just as well as I know, if you have any type of knowledge about the industry or, how these people are fake actors and real actors, we know that these people have to do a lot of different things to come up. We know that professional athletes and professional entertainers, do you think it's an accident that all the millions and millions of dollars that they're supposed to make or allegedly have, it never comes back to the community? That's not an accident, family. And so I think with DMX, I don't know what he had to do to come up. I know that a lot of those that came up had to do certain things. I mean, if you even, where's Cat Williams? You remember the Cat Williams bit when he talked about going to this mansion and there was people doing all this craziness, all these things that entertainers had to do to come up? Cat Williams spoke about that. DMX, if you read any of his poetry or listen to his lyrics, he talked about how he had to sell his soul to the devil. Anytime someone has to sell their soul to the devil, how can they live in this existence every day without some type of, healing? And it's well documented that DMX was on crack. He was a drug addict. I mean, if you've seen any of his interviews, the last 6, 7 years, you notice he was, in a different state of mind. But I love DMX. He's a brother. He's a king. And, may the Most High inside of him right now that's taking him to his next journey bring him complete joy and his children joy. And I just want to just send a shout out, do a video, and give some type of perspective It's not an accident that Michael Jordan has nothing tangible that you can say Michael Jordan did that for black people or Afro-melanated people. Nothing. They can't. And I think that's a huge struggle. If you didn't get to check my video yesterday about Deshaun Watson, I mean, it's a eye-opening experience. When you realize that we're kings and queens and we are suppressed, oppressed, and depressed. Pay yourself first, family. Our existence, okay? We are all gods and goddesses. We all can create our own existence. Don't think for 1 minute that those that leave this existence early are leaving because they're miserable or because they want to die. A lot of us that becomes conscious understand there's no such thing as death. Okay? Love yourself first, because then you don't care what others think. I think DMX was a tortured soul at a young age, but that type of brilliance, that type of poetry, that grimy attitude to present his information, his music like he presented it, I loved it. Authentic, sincere, okay? So I just want to give a shout out to DMX. May the Most High shout to you and your family and your kids, bring y'all joy. And being Willie's out of 5,000.